Hey Capricorn, welcome to your weekly reading for the 17th to the 24th of March. I am Charlene Lizette. Whether you are new or whether you are returning, a massive thank you to you. Either way, I hope you click subscribe and become a part of our collective. All right, we're going to dive in here and see what is going on for you this week. 9 of Wands, 5 of Swords, the Chariot, the Hierophant, 2 of Swords. Okay, really interesting energy so far. I do feel here intuitively and also just based off of your reading that there is, I don't want to use the word fight, but there is, let's just say work to be done around you being able to achieve a desired outcome, work that needs to be done in order for you to call in that which will bring you joy, peace, ease, bliss, and happiness. So I do feel like this week could potentially, I don't want to say feel hard, but I'm going to say feel like there's a bit of a weight. There's a bit of work to do. Hard, I don't want to use hard. It's not the right word. It just feels like heavy. Let's just use that word. Okay, I was like trying to find what the word was. Heavy feels right. Heavy feels better than hard. I don't feel that this is going to be hard for you. I just feel like it's going to be a lot of work. You know, when you're burning the midnight oil, when you're hustling, when you're grinding, when you're putting in that extra energy, and it's just like you can't really take a break because you got to get all the stuff done. That's the vibe. You can't really take any breaks this week because you got to be focused. You got to be very diligent and structured towards the desired outcome. Sorry, I feel like the lighting is kind of funny, so I'm sorry if it is, and ditto with the audio. Mercury is retrograde. We're making do with what we've got, babes. Okay, we got the moon showing up here. Cancerian energy. In astrology, Cancer energy is actually the opposite of your energy. Now, having said that, my advice to you is to nurture yourself, listen to your intuition, listen to your psychic downloads, listen to the intuitive hits that are coming through this week as you are exploring the things that are showing up for you, right? If something doesn't feel right, ask your intuition. If you have that sliver of doubt, intuition, right? Like really lean into the intuition. With the card Courage, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. What I am going to say about this is that Source is turning around and saying to you, hey, listen, you have the strength, you have the ability, you have the courage, you have the wherewithal to make this thing your reality or to have the desired outcome that you seek. So as you are going through this journey, as you are experiencing these things, remember that. Remember you have the tools. Remember you have the strength. Remember you have the perseverance. Remember you have these things at your disposal to make it happen for you. Now, with You're Not Alone, isolation, physical connection, community, this is going to be huge. Here's what I'll say to you in regards to this card. If you have community, people you can go to, people you can hang out with to take your mind off of what's going on, that's where I would lean into. That's where I would go. That is who I would tune into. That's who I would work with. That's where I would spend my time, almost detaching from the crap, the heaviness, and finding ways to find pleasure, joy, peace, ease, bliss in life. To me, that's the way to navigate this journey, especially the first half of the week. 9 of Wands, 5 of Swords, the Chariot, the Hierophant. Like, even as I'm doing your reading, dude, I just want to go to bed. And I don't personally feel this way. This is like I'm tuning into your energy. The 9 of Wands to the 5 of Swords is working, hustling. Are you letting your ego get in the way? Are you letting limiting beliefs get in the way? Are you letting external perceptions, opinions, etc. affect your ability to move forward, impact your ability to find the way to success, the way to victory in a way that doesn't affect hurt other people? Because I do feel like some of you are up against some sort of competition here. The Chariot to the Hierophant, okay, this is, again, there's that courage, there's that strength, there's that wherewithal, there's that ability to navigate and manage this journey that you're on. Oops, I just dropped the 5 of Swords. And the Hierophant is all about conformity. The Hierophant is a card of following the status quo. So, you know, this can show up, for example, in a relationship where you like somebody, but because you're a single parent, they don't want to date you because that's not your kid. Right? Some people will have very interesting opinions about that. Other people are like, well, that's ridiculous. Either way, this person tries to follow really rigid structures here. And I feel like you're going to have to color within the lines and stay within the lines, and whatever dynamics show up for you this week, and whatever, let's just say it, challenges, obstacles show up for you this week, because I do feel like you may be placed or put in a position here where you are going to have to make some hard choices, even if you don't want to. Two of Swords, right? This could look like having to fire someone. This could look like having to stop working with somebody. This could look like breaking up with a friend or a romantic relationship, or even yourself, like a habit that is limiting you, that is hurting you, that is creating you unnecessary suffering. You're going to have to cut it out of your life. So do you see how this could really manifest itself in a lot of different ways? Now with the Nine of Cups and the Judgment card, I like this because what this is telling me is ultimately when you answer the call from Source, when you tune into your higher self, when you fall in love with yourself radically, unapologetically, when you lean into the opportunity, you're actually going to be given the joy, the peace, the wish fulfillment that you seek. It's like you're turning around and saying, Source, why have you forsaken me? And Source is like, well, I haven't forsaken you. I'm showing you the path forward. You're unwilling to take this path forward because it's foreign, because you've never been there before, because it's scary, because, you know? Whereas I'm going to say to you, even though stay within the lines, you got to keep moving forward here. You got to have the courage to listen to your intuition. And if that means walking away, if that means I'm learning how to step away from drama, like however that manifests in your life, you got to do it. At the end of the day, you got Aphrodite as your amulet. This is from StarSea Jewels. You can pick it up in the description box below. This is all about self-love, self-worth. This is all about self-respect. This is all about self-dignity. Okay, so lean into that. Remember that. As we dive into your love reading, we have the Three of Wands here. We have the Ten of Cups. And what do we got here? And we have the Two of Wands. Yeah, so your happiness in relationships is a lot closer than you think it is. Your fulfillment, your, your feel-good energy, that happy life, happy wife, happy husband, freedom, fulfillment, clarity, purpose, like all these beautiful words, it's much closer than you think. Three of Wands, the Sun. This is about you getting out of your comfort zone though, Capricorn. Six of Swords to the Ten of Cups. This is about you. If you've been doing A, B, and C and it's not been working out, you gotta start switching things around, okay? Remember, Venus is retrograde, Mercury is retrograde. This isn't a time of jumping into things. This is a time of getting clear on what works and putting down what doesn't. That's the Death card there that fell out. Eight of Cups to the Two of Wands. This is about you understanding that momentum forward is required in order to manifest your biggest desires. You can't stay where you're at anymore, Capricorn. That's the big theme of the week, okay? If you want to book a session, you want to work with me in any capacity, it's down in the description box below. I'm going to pop this video here to help you with manifesting your dream life. Thank you for your likes, your comments, your shares, your subscribes. We'll see you later, alligators. Peace out. Bye.